was at Tokyo 2020 that Ben really came to light. Won a silver medal in the men's light heavyweight final against Cuba's Arlen Lopez. But then after that, you get a rough idea of where Ben comes from. He says, look, you don't win silver, you lose gold. I'm very disappointed. I feel like a failure. Ben Whittaker joins us live. Ben, how are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's great to speak to you. Where do we find you? I see you sitting there in a beautiful car in some part of the British Isles.
I'm just in lovely sunny Birmingham right now. Just finished a massage, so I'm just chilling out in the car.
Lovely. Just finished a massage. A kind of day that Simon Jordan and I dream of. Listen, you're a pro now. How does it feel to be a pro boxer?
I thought it'd all come with glitz and glam like yesterday, but I just went to my same bed in Wolverhampton and I'm just living the same life, so nothing's changed yet.
Ben, what was the reasons for wanting to turn over now? Why now?
Yeah, there was a lot of things on the card. Of course, there's Commonwealth Games on my doorstep. There's maybe trying to go back and get a gold at the Olympics, but the boxing game's very short, and I'm not getting any younger now. The clock's ticking, so I'm 24. I've done pretty much everything as an amateur, so I thought, why not take my skills into the pro game now and see what I can get.
I mean, there's high expectations of you, Ben. You know, there's been talk about you, being as good as people like Roy Jones, etc., who picked up a silver, by the way, as well, in the Olympics. So, yeah, a lot expected of you. And you've teamed up with Sugar Hill now as well, which is a great matchup.
No way, there's a lot of comparisons, but I'm just trying to be me, Ben Whittaker. But I think it shows what type of mindset and intent I've got going out my comfort zone and bringing in Sugar Hill. I could have easily just stayed in my local gym and just kept it nice and simple, but I went outside my box, thought I need to bring somebody in and bring that knockout shot, and that's Sugar Hill. So I think I'm doing things right.
But it's also it's a hell of a statement of intent, isn't it? Because Sugar Hill doesn't work with people that aren't at a certain level. So when people, first of all, this young man is incredibly talented, and I loved his statements. Some people took exception to it.
That was right up your street.
Some people took exception to it. You show me a loser, I'll show you a good loser. You show me a loser, you show me a good loser, I'll show you a loser is what I mean. He wasn't happy with winning silver, and quite right, because you don't go in somewhere to come second. You're there to win it. So I'm looking forward to it. What made you, I know Ben Shalom quite well, and I can imagine the answer, but what made you, I saw a salty response from Eddie Hearn about what you could have done with him, right? But what made you choose boxer as the relationship that you wanted to have?
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Firstly, the platform's great. I think all the legends back in the day, the Nazeems and things like that, they all started on Sky. And then not only that, I had a good connection with Ben. He's young, they're starting fresh, they want a face of their operation. So I just thought, you know what, it might be a gamble, but it's the gamble I'm willing to take, and I just like the feel of it.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You joined a young team, and they've got a great vision, Ben, and things are changing in the world right now. So, and they seem to be moving in the right direction. They seem to be bringing something fresh.
Well, he's very smart. I mean, I know Ben. I know Ben Shalom quite well.
Yeah, of course.
And there's some stuff going on between he and I.
Ben says he can't go.
But they're very, very clever. But this is a very interesting division that you're coming into, isn't it? As a professional, you've got Lyndon Arthur that fought Anthony Yard the other day. You've got Josh Boazzi fighting Craig next week. Yeah.
You've got Callum Johnson in the mix
Callum
as
Johnson
well.
there. So
there's lots of good fighters there.
What's the game plan for you? When do we see you out in your first professional fight?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. It's a great division, and I'm happy because back in the day, it was probably one of those divisions you kind of overlooked, in my opinion. But domestically, it's great. But for me, I'm out in July. And back to the division, I just want to ask you guys a question. At light heavyweight, 6'3", with the speed, the skill, the dynamic footwork, and the looks of myself, who have you seen at the weight class who boxes like me? Listen, now today.
That's why we're so intrigued, I think, Ben, is because you are unique, mate. You're bringing something different. You're bringing something fresh. Stylistically, you've got a little bit of Naseem Hamid in there. You've got the swagger. You can whack a little bit. You can box. You can fight. You've got it all, and that's why everyone's excited to see you turning professional and see where your journey goes and see how your development goes.
That's it, 100%. But the main thing is we can all talk a bit of stuff. I can look flashy, but I've just got to make sure the hard work's done in the gym, and I listen to my team. And if I get that right, there's a world champion on Britain's hands.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, this is a division that has heritage. John Conti,
Yeah.
in this division,
Absolutely.
was stylistically a great fighter, a very handsome and very, erudite person as well. So I got that in for you, Ben. I got that in for you.
As you're saying that, we're looking at him on Zoom. He's rubbing
saw
the
him,
cheeks.
yeah,
and he's,
I saw him.
You know what?
I would think. Go on, Ben.
Now. Simon's my boy. You know what? You can join the promotion team because you're selling me well, man.
Ben, I think one of the things you've got to do, and speaking to you, I think you'll end up doing it, is keep your feet in the ground, because so many people wanted a piece of you. Eddie Hearn claims that Boxer and Ben Shalom doubled their offer to sign you. I mean, they were fighting over you, and the money's substantial. So you must think, right, I've got it. I just need to show it.
You know what it is? He's 100%. I've got to keep my feet on the ground because you see it happen so many times. Olympians and gold medalists and you name it, they come out the Olympic setup and it doesn't really quite work out for pros. Do you know what I mean? So I've already got down my head, but all I can do is just work hard, stay dedicated. I've got a great family around me, a great management team. So all I can do is just stay level-headed and go the way I want to go. But
How did you find boxing, Ben, or did boxing find you? What's the story?
What's the story? I was actually diagnosed with ADHD as a kid, so I was bouncing off the walls, getting into fights and things as a kid. And my dad said, "We're going to take you down to the gym for some discipline." And I never looked back since, so I'm happy I went down.
Yeah, it's one of those sports that you walk into the gym, you either love it or hate it. It's a Marmite thing. And if you love it and you're young, yeah, you're in a good place. So you've developed so well at the moment, Ben, as we've seen you improving as an amateur. It's going to be an interesting journey, this one, as a professional. But you've got a great team wrapped around you. You really have.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I've got 258 Sky backing me now. Actually, let's start from the start. I got to shout out my lawyer because you need a good lawyer.
Unlike Dillian White.
I've got a good accountant, a good management team, and now the platform. So the world's my oyster, really. It's mine to lose. So that's why we've got to go.
Ben, I love this, mate. You're entertaining us this lunchtime. Who was your inspiration growing up, mate?
There's so many. I really love Tommy Earns. If you looked at my body, my height and things, it just fits. But I love Gerald McLennan. I love Nazim Hamid, Andre Wards. And back in the amateur days, a Cuban called Mario Kindlin who beat Amir Khan. I love this style. It's beautiful.
Well, mate, you've nicked a little piece of all of those and moulded your own style. You can see that actually in the way that you fight. You can see little glimpses of some of the fighters that you mentioned there. Yeah, really good. Listen, Ben, one question I wanted to ask you, mate, is how often do you see yourself fighting? I mean, what's the roadmap for you? Like, say, the 12-month roadmap. How often do you see yourself in the ring? Do you want to stay active?
Yeah, 100%. Active's key, especially at my point of career. I'm 24. You learn when you're in the ring. Just being in those situations with the crowd, the big audience, I'll learn all the time. So hopefully 6-7 times a year. And like I said, hopefully pick up my first title in the first year and we go from there.
Lovely. There's a guy who knows the direction he wants to go in.
Yep.
He's got the utmost faith in his own ability, but he's got his feet in the ground.
He's got a bright young promoter with lots of balls about him, with lots of ambition. He's got a decent platform. Over to him now. It's his opportunity, and seeing the way he fights and seeing the attitude he has in life, I have every faith he's going to achieve the outcome, just as long as he keeps focused.
There you go, Ben.
Keep the right people around him. Keep
Ben,
the wrong influences out.
Ben Whittaker, we like you. Now listen, if Simon Jordan is a member of your team, what about Spencer Oliver and Jim White? Can we join?
Spit bucket carrier.
Oh, you know what? We'll get you some team tracksuits. Just send me over the sizes. We'll look after you.
Ben, I like it. Ben Whittaker with us this lunchtime, a guy destined to go to the very top. And as if that is somehow a demonstration of that, he's teamed up with Sugar Hill Stewart, and he will join us next.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.